In 2022, nearly everything you see and hear is filtered. Social media companies are deleting ideas they disagree with. The mainstream media is reporting only what fits their agenda, and our so-called leaders are using them both to fight personal battles, oftentimes leveraging your livelihood and safety in the process. Just like you, I've had enough, and that's why I created this show. Here you get unfiltered and unapologetic content. I don't care if I hurt your feelings or if I take a position that isn't popular. I call them like I see them. I'd like to ask you to do two things to keep this show going. First, please share it with two people today. Let's show them what brutal honesty looks and sounds like. And second, please go to nickdip.com and make a contribution so we can keep this show going. Or even better, subscribe at the Comics Gym or on Patreon today and get an extra Encore show each day, discounts on merchandise, and more for being a monthly subscriber. Thank you guys so much for watching, sharing, and contributing to the best show around. You guys make it happen. Thanks so much. Yeah, welcome to your first Encore presentation, monthly subscribers to the show. A story exclusive to you guys for being such a loyal fans of the show. We appreciate it very, very much. Jon Stewart, by the way, did I mention that I am George Stephanopoulos? Jon Stewart, my old buddy, and you'd like him, trust me. His politics, yes, we disagree with. I don't blame him. He grew up in the tri-state area. It poisons everybody, apparently. Jon Stewart torches the media. I think he's been watching my buddy Gutfeld and picking up on. And by the way, if you haven't been watching Gutfeld, you want to get a lesson and get laughs during a monologue, watch that every night. He nails what's going on between the media and the government. He nails it from every angle, and the friggin' Silicon Valley and big tech, how they are just raping and stealing and pillaging. And does it in an entertaining way. Jon Stewart delivered a scathing critique of the media on CNN this Sunday. Was it this Sunday? I think it was, yes.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Appearing with Jake Tapper, big bitch, on CNN's State of the Union. Imagine they have the balls to go and say, look at Tapper. Look at it. It's always like he's staring at a Cub Scout with a nice ass. Confused. Look. Tapper on CNN's State of the Union. The Apple TV host, that would be Jon Stewart, he's got his own show on Apple TV, accused the fourth estate, that would be the media folks, overhyping stories in order to stir up conflict. And you can't argue against that. You understand that? They go, look over here, when the Kabul airport thing's going on, they'll go, oh, look at this. Look at this. A white guy yelled at a black guy at a McDonald's. Look at this. That's what they do to deflect. Specifically, the comic cited a recent headline from Politico at the height of the turmoil in Afghanistan. Actually, we have a clip of it. Here you go. Let's listen to what Stewart had. Yeah.
It said, why Afghanistan may not matter in the midterms. And then the subhead was, and why it might.
Wow. I think they have a point. They have a point.
Yeah, but that's our journalism, right, man? Isn't that like, how many times have you seen stories about the battle over masks? That's the Karen yelling in the store and the people throwing them out and all that. And how many stories have we seen about the efficacy of masks or the why or the actual, like there are some but the overwhelming majority of stories seek to expose the conflict lines.
Yes, the conflict lines are the people on the right, for the most part, are sort of for the truth. This is how and the left will do anything because it's the White House's agenda. And and I know Jon Stewart has known this for years. He's just saying that they put out fake shit to drum us up, keep each other at our throats. And I know John's known this for years. I don't know if Jake Tapper knows it, or Brian Stelter, or any other asshole that works at MSNBC, CNN, ABC, all the outlets. You understand? They don't have an ounce of truth to them. And yeah, but what about Fox? Hey, Fox has on. They invite people on all the time of all stripes. They're making a little bit of an effort. Look at Tapper with that smug look. That's why he got the job. Anyways, Tapper laughed to look hip as Stewart pressed on to make his larger point. And it's right. I don't think it's news to John. Right?
You are correct, sir.
Then Tapp is, but do you think it's all about the media? Tapp asked, following up. There isn't anything to the degree that sometimes activists on the left risk alienating a culture instead of educating and then bringing people in. Does that make sense? Any of that question? Just gibberish. There's no logic. That's a worse sentence if you broke it down. And John rightly answered, their job isn't to educate necessarily, Stewart said. Before taking a jab at activists on the left, he says, I'm uncomfortable with certain activism that feels performative. In other words, you're just doing it to be on TV and it doesn't do anything. I think a lot of time is not particularly helpful. He says a lot of times it's not particularly helpful. And if your goal is to create a change there, sometimes that performative activism isn't particularly helpful. He said again. But in the scheme of things, performative activism gets people's attention, and if the follow-up to that conversation is fruitful, like burning down a city block because a black guy gets shot by a white cop, shit like that. I wonder if that's considered performative. It can really be effective, but I don't generally think that the problem in democratic politics lies with activists. I just don't think that that's a fair assessment of what's wrong with democratic, when he's saying democratic politics, is he talking about the party or democratic? Anybody? Buhner? Tapper earlier in the segment had asked Stewart about a new bill signed into law by Governor shapeshifter Gavin Newsom, seen here, fucking Dracula mother, requiring toy stores in the Golden State to have gender-neutral sections. Stewart believes it's a non-story receiving outsized coverage because the media wants to gin up a debate. I would disagree on that because it's not a non-story to people who actually believe there's two genders, right? This is always the argument. And the right would go, well, it's a slippery slope because, that's what they used to say about gay marriage and shit. Now we have to call a guy with a dick a girl. And so, you see, it's not that innocent, John, to some people. Honestly, he says, like that law, who gives a shit? A lot of people who want to keep the two genders. I've even seen Jon Stewart say there's two sexes or whatever. So that's not a little thing when you're trying to change the world, in my opinion. Honestly, like that law, he says, who gives a shit? And I say to that,
It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer it.
I just did. He later added, I think the media does a terrible job at de-escalation, and de-escalation is the antidote to all of this nonsense. And I don't mean civility, and I don't mean non-partisanship. I mean focusing on things that are more urgent and elemental in people's lives and really hammering away at those things rather than the emotional fault lines that occur in societies. And he's right. But, John, and there are sides, and your side is guilty of it. You're the ones ginning up all this shit. You're the ones who fucking stand in front of a white couple has to guard their house in St. Louis because BLM fucking broke down the gate and is threatening to kill and burn down their house. And the gender thing's not a small thing. If you got kids in school that are athletes or a girl, do you want your daughter changing next to a guy in the law? I mean, those aren't fucking little things. And those divide, so some of it's legit, but most of it is deflection. So, anyways, I'm going to get him on the goddamn show. Sure I am. Handball Federation changes rule. By the way, thank you, monthly subscribers to the show. Again, we're fucked without you. That's all I'm saying. So, sign everybody up, even people that you hate and who hate me. Handball Federation, big story. This ought to change the sports world. Changes, we reported on this a few months ago. Now I guess it's official. They've changed rules after a bikini row. Ever see a row of bikinis? Let me tell you something. Athletes competing in tournaments, we call handball people athletes, okay. Athletes competing in tournaments tied to the International Handball Federation will be allowed to wear bike shorts and tank tops. Exactly what I wear when I sleep at night during beach competition. Rather than bikini bottoms, what are we fucking, and this isn't even our country, by the way. This is probably world rule change. What the fuck? We're like pilgrims now. See what the feminists have done? Honestly, this is a whole new generation of girls who think they being used as sex, and you are. Just like guys are used for their money and wallet. Just fucking accept it. We don't give a fuck about handball on the beach unless you're in a bikini bottom. Put on a goddamn tuxedo, you'll get no ratings. Anyways. So yeah, they got to take away the bikini bottoms and they can, put on a pair of Hager slacks. That'll be sexy. Pull those pleats up to your nipples. Months after an international row that included condemnation from a pop star, if you want to call Pink a star, the Guardian newspaper reported that the Federation quietly altered its regulations for beach handball at some point over the past month. The guys quietly did it because they realize it means they all have clits, and nobody respects them. Last month, 5 Nordic countries, oh my God, where the hottest pussy comes from. Am I right? I don't care if the Congo shut it down on Nigeria or El Salvador. We're talking about blonde pussy. Last month, 5 Nordic countries urged the Federation to review uniforms rules in accordance with gender equality. See what equality does? Everything it touches, it turns to shit. After the Norway team was punished for wearing shorts instead of the mandated bikini uniform. Here are the girls that probably all munch on each other. Look at Gronkowski. He slipped in on the right. The far right of picture, Gronk's in there. Look at the ass and legs on that thing. Pterodactyl. Let's stare at their camel toes. Norway's women were fined by European handball authorities for improper clothing after wearing shorts in the European beach. I love it, though. Probably a bunch of guys on the committee going, fucking tag them $10,000. Nobody wants to see those shorts. I wouldn't have fined them. Come on. They got a bronze medal back in Bulgaria. You remember, right? You probably have it on your DVR. In July, protest at the bikini-style rule. What? Men are allowed to wear T-shirts and shorts, while women have to wear midriff-bearing tops and bikini bottoms. But I do know why that is. Because they're men and you're women. Nobody wants to see a guy's hairy balls and ass. Don't tell me these are more comfortable. What is more comfortable? I put on my wife's underwear, which is a bikini bottom. I put those on when I cut the grass. No chafing, silky soft. So don't give me that. There was an international uproar and the fine caught the attention of the singer Pink. That's a girl? It's fucking Billy Idol 24 years ago. It's a nice time for a white titty. Start again. And there's Pink, by the way. She's complaining about sexist behavior, and this is how she dresses when she's performing. Does that make any sense? Again, she's a half a man, too. Don't get me wrong, I'd still toss one in her and then punch her right in the face. Who offered to pay the fine at the time. The singer said she was proud of the beach handball team, in quotes on her social media. Protesting the very sexist rules about their uniform, the singer tweeted. The European Handball Federation should be fined for sexism, in capital letters, because she's one angry snatch slapper. Good on you, ladies. I'll be happy to pay for your fines. You keep it up.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
In the open letter, the 5 sports ministers from Denmark, yum yum, Norway, hubba hubba, Sweden, where you can have sex at 14, I believe. At least the last time I had a house over there, that was Iceland and Finland urged the International Hand Job Federation and other international sports federations to review uniform rules and to allow athletes to be dressed in a way that suits performance and comfort. It's really a decision. You go bikini bottoms, camel toe. Those shorts highlight your, come on, folks. Can you imagine now? Strike one up for feminism. Oh, you just don't. Just like Gloria Steinem. Remember Gloria Steinem was the big feminist in the 60s, and every time you open a Playboy magazine, she was, spewing some feminist horseshit, and she gave it and married a rich guy, so. You guys are all fucking for feminism and equality, all that shit. Till you hit about 30, your tits start sagging. And then, it's 4th and long, and you're on your own 20 with about a minute left. Hey, Facebook bans penis book. Did I read that right? Facebook bans penis book. What in the hell? Come on now, boy. Shazam. Well, Andy, I don't know about that. Would have guessed he's gay. It seems the word penis is taboo for the censoring staff at Facebook. This makes perfect sense to me, by the way. As you know, they hire a lot of women and what do you call them, beta males? You know what I mean? Bitches all around. And the book has the word, the title of the book has the word penis in it. Which, that's enough for them to get upset going, oh, it's almost like, you know what I mean? We don't have a penis. It's not fair. Once again, we're talking about men. I swear to God, that's the level they work on. Because you can see way more offensive shit on Facebook than the word penis. The social media giant has banned a tell-all political book by former Cuomo and de Blasio aide Karen Hinton called Penis Politics. There's a picture of her airbrushed for 3.5 hours. Penis Politics, they banned it because of its saucy title, and despite the fact it's about sexism in government. Do you understand, folks, what's going on here? This is Cuomo just doing his job. I don't know if it's Andrew or Chris. Might be Don Lemon with his life partner, Kevin. But my point is, why would they... Again, it's making a couple of big libs look bad, right? De Blasio, Cuomo, whoever they mentioned. That might have something to do. But I'm telling you, it's on a level that they just... Hinton's publisher, I don't even like the fact that she wrote the book. She's trying to cash in on 15 minutes, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck what Cuomo did. Hinton's publisher had planned on launching an ad campaign on Facebook today, but the ads were rejected by stiffs, it says. Get it? Stiffs. Somebody who wrote this put very good. You got a lot of balls at the social media giant. While banning Hinton's book about sexual harassment, Facebook has been criticized for promoting misogynistic content and violence towards women. Where is that? Is that in between all the anti-white male shit that we're to blame for everything in the fucking world? I don't know, because I'm not on Facebook. Could I hit this anymore today? What am I? Like Michael J. Fox trying to do a shine. I love him, by the way. Michael, that was a joke. I'm sure you're a big fan of the show. Hinton exclusively told Page 6, today Facebook banned ads for my upcoming book, Penis Politics, because the company objects to the title. And she says they're being hypocritical.
You fucking hypocrite.
Facebook should be ashamed. My book is about toxic power relationships in schools, the media, and politics. It's not about sex. What it does, though, is let the people know that the men still run the world, kind of. And they don't want that out there. Her memoir out on December 1st is about the toxic brew of ego, entitlement, and bro culture. Yeah, as opposed to, feminist movements and no egos there, no anger, no misdirected in politics. It follows her op-ed coining the term penis politics to describe how powerful men assert control over women, usually a scissors lock. What? In a subordinate position. Oh my God, this is gross. I don't like this.
This is rape. This is rape. This is rape.
It is not. It's how you get a raise. What? Hinton, who worked with disgraced Governor Cuomo when he was at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, this is way, way back, has previously publicly accused him of bullying. See, you lose me there, lady, even if I was on your side. You're an adult calling another adult a bully. I have no use for you. Grow the fuck up. I'm guessing the way you dress, you were asking for it. Let that sink in 2021. Of bullying, inappropriately hugging her. Inappropriately hugging her. He didn't even cup your tit or pinch your ass? What did he do, like dry hump? Hinton continued, page 6, Facebook's actions are not surprising. The company has a documented history of promoting misogynistic content and sexual violence against women. Do they? I look for that shit all the time. I can't find it. Yet they are afraid of the word penis in a book about sexual harassment. Facebook also employs a double standard, which is mind-boggling, she says. In 2021, Facebook features pages and pages about the highly acclaimed play, Vagina Monologues. Okay. That's pro-woman. That's like, right? That's shitting on men, basically, angry vaginas. So they embrace vagina, but appear to be scared often by, she puts, a little penis. So now we know what she's all about. Okay? She used to get fing, got a little older, and Cuomo started banging somebody else, and a little penis, she says. The advertising campaign on Facebook for my book was supposed to start today. I'm calling on Facebook to reverse the decision and stand for free speech, not banning books. Are you really?
My vagina's angry. It is. It's pissed off. My vagina is furious, and it needs to talk.
Well, let's hear what it has to say.
In the fucking kitchen and give me my big piece of chicken!
Oh, that's an angry vagina. I don't even get that story. I don't know what she's pissed about. I don't understand why they ban. I'm confused. I mean, it makes guys look bad, which Facebook is a left-wing company. I mean, come on. I don't. I really don't. I can only go to, that's feminists that sit on that centering, whatever. They don't want anything mentioned where guys dominate, even if it hurts a man's cause. That's all I can get. I don't know how to make a dinner. I don't know how to make a restaurant. Come on, Paulie, fucking take a piece of it. I don't know restaurant business. Make a meal. It's not fair, no? You know much about this? Yeah, he's in there 24 hours a day. I mean, he's in there another few minutes, it'd be a stool. All right, see what I can do. I'll take a piece of it. Business slow? Fuck you, pay me. Halftime show. Not another gay story. At football game, a real drag is the headline. A Vermont high school homecoming football game turned into a drag ball. This is I got so much to say, I want to cry. A drag ball runway at halftime because you want to indoctrinate the little kids with a mix of students and faculty members parading in gowns, wigs, and makeup, and a big crowd in rainbow colors to cheer them on. When a lot of the football players' parents were asked, mostly the dads, what they thought, they said, "Fucking quiz!" I don't agree with that. I think they should fly that flag, bitches. Things went amazing, Ezra Totten. How can't you be gay with that name? Or trans or fucking Ezra Totten. Likes to eat cotton. I'll come up with something later. Student leader of the Gender Sexuality Alliance. What are you allied to? What's Gender Sexuality Alliance at Burlington High School? Are we not diseased? Are we not mentally ill as a nation? I'm not fucking kidding one bit. We are fucking, I don't know if China did it to us, Russia. I don't know who's doing it, but they are so spot on. You can't go to a high school football game without being exposed to this shit. And this is where they like to do it, because this is where the jocks and the bullies, you know, who picked on them. Now you can put on a nice evening gown and fuck up their day or night. Sexually Allied at Burlington High School, that's in Vermont, said of Friday night's event, which also included participants from South Burlington High School. The stands were completely packed with fudge packers. Good night, everybody. Nice knowing you. The stands were completely packed. It was just so heartwarming to see, said a guy with cum all over his chin. As school cheerleaders wrapped up their routine, you know, the cisgender ones that's still like, about 30 students and faculty members dressed as drag queens and kings, or a bit of both, walked out onto the field, and the crowd started to chant, "Drag ball, drag ball, drag ball."
Ah, the homosexuals.
They met no resistance. People were chanting for it. I hope in the spirit of meanness and making fun of them. Wait a minute. Now the second guy in that line, that's the tight end, isn't it? About 6'3". Look at this aberration. And who's the jerk off in the tight jeans to the left?
Probably a girl.
You're right. You're right. That's Diane Landing. She's a music teacher. Halfway through. Look at the guy in the front. He's got a mustache. You know, if it's in good fun to make people laugh, I'm with you. But it's not. You're trying to fly a flag. Now, I want to see other people, like cisgender guys who like to eat pussy, have their day at halftime. Not eating any more salt. I can't believe how I look. Performers paraded and danced to show support for the LGBTQ, what, no plus? People. They also lip sync to singer Todrick Hall's Rainbow Rain, yo. Andrew LaValle, an English teacher and Alliance advisor at the school, came up with the idea. He was put to sleep by some heterosexual dads. We had some people that are pretty involved in theater, you don't say, come in and talk about how you put on a persona, he said, after he said this.
I suck cock, and I love it. Yummy, 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 yummy.
LaValle joined students on the runway dressed in Shakespearean burgundy gown. That's the guy with the wig and the mustache. Look at him. He looks terrific. He said, let him eat pork chops and mashed potato. He said he was inspired by Lady Macbeth and Marie Antoinette. That's why I stay away from Shakespeare with it. End up like that. But that's what he did. And he went into the principal's office. The football coach's office to ask if he could do that. And the head coach, thank God, said this.
Get out of my room, you sick cunt.
I was just really hoping to give our students who are both out and the students that were in the stands who are not out a moment to shine and feel loved and know that there's a place for them in public schools. You really think we don't know that? Athletic director Coron Pinkney suggested that the show be held at homecoming. Pinkney, who was black, said that the school gave him the space to uplift my voice. And this is what you did with it? And then he was able to reciprocate and uplift the voices of another marginalized group. Oh, everybody's marginalized and victimized. And shit, I am so sick of talking about this shit. I'm going to do the show in Spanish tomorrow and share a space in the athletics realm that doesn't normally get shared. In other words, these are the people that bully us, like I just said. And
That's faggot stuff.
You want to call it by its name? That's strictly for fags.
That's it. I can't talk about it anymore. I've had enough. By the time I leave here, I have breasts. Oh, I forgot. This guy, what a dick he was. He ran on the field bare ass in the third quarter of that game. That's podcast extraordinaire, Nick Paolo. Jesus Christ, I should go. You understand if I went on stage like that? Doesn't Eddie Izzard do that? If I went on stage as funny as I am, and just fooled the business and said I am bi or whatever, do you understand how famous I'd be? I'd like to do a light one here. As far as, this is a story exclusive to you guys, so I get to gross you guys out and not the other people. No groceries? No problem, wrote the asshole. An enterprising woman on TikTok has left viewers utterly, get it, UDDER, utterly shocked after showcasing butter that she made from her own breast milk. I make it from my jizz. Nobody's doing a piece on me. I got a chunk of blue gorgonzola. Okay. Should see my pillow. What's that place? Hickory Farms used to be. A clip of the Dairy Queens. Oh, that was kind of a good one. I don't know. A clip of the Dairy Queens made from scratch bread spread. Oh, get it? That's an Asian person trying to say bed spread. Captioned, my crowning achievement. That's what she captioned. Currently boasts 1.2 million views. Yeah, we're not a horny nation. We might see a tit. You know, it's all guys. You know, back in New York in the heyday when I moved there, in Times Square, you could go into a booth, and for 50 cents, you could watch a woman lactate into a champagne glass. That was actually a punchline of one of my jokes. Anyways, got over 1 million views on a platform because we're pigs. I've done it. I've made butter out of my breast milk, confesses laughing mom Laura Hall, before panning to a pat of creamy condiment inside a bag. Again, I keep creamy condiments in my bag, and then I release them every couple days. You get what I'm saying? With my, I don't know if I've ever been more proud. There's my butter. Again, this sounds like me right after sex. My butter. My Udder Butter.
That's your world. I just live in it.
I like how. Anyway, let's check it out. She actually tasted it, which means this broad's wild a bit.
Ready? Tastes great.
Houston, we have a problem.
What's your out of 10? Five. To me, it tastes like, you know, when you like burp and it kind of tastes like throw up. Do you concur with that?
All right,
like it?
That's enough.
Delicious. Delicious. Thank you.
Imagine you come home and you see your wife in the kitchen making butter out of tip milk. This would be my reaction.
Why did you do that, Terry?
Hey, why did that cut off?
Why did you do that, Terry?
They were going to find it. They weren't going to find it. It's only tip milk I had left. Why can't they show the whole breast like on YouTube? You ever do that, fellas, late at night? You go, oh, I'm kind of horny, YouTube. Maybe I'll put on a breast pump video, or maybe Brazilian waxing. They show everything. How is that possible? I can't talk about COVID being bullshit, but you can show a woman's box being shaved? Somebody help me understand the internet, please. Anyways, in subsequent tutorial clips, the self-sufficient mom demonstrates how she manufactures her mammary margarine. This guy's having a ball by leaving a jar of freshly pumped breast milk out until the fat separates and the cream ascends to the top. Ooh. The extreme lacquivore then skims off the cream and churns it with an electric whisk before finally straining the solids into a pat. Jesus, you put it like that, I'm never gonna fucking have milk or cheese. Unfortunately, her cream of teat has received, the guy writing this must have been howling, a woman, received thinking he was funny, mixed reviews within her household, per another video showing her taste testing the toes, topping it with her hubby, while her soulmate claimed that, I'll eat anything that comes out of you. Anyways. In fact, butter isn't the only treat produced by Hall. Another video shows the mother making breast milk ice cream, which has since been tried and approved by Ben and Jerry, who loved it. No, and approved by her 3-year-old daughter. Yeah, let's listen to her. Anyway, she still has, amniotic fluid in her eyes. Making things out of breast milk has become all the rage of late, with opportunistic mothers using it to manufacture everything from jewelry to acne masks. I've given a lot of girls acne masks. That's not how they looked at it. They looked at it like this. What the fuck? All right, that is it. Yeah, right before you blow your load, the girl that's blowing it, she sounds like Big Pussy before they killed him on the boat. Just not in the face, okay? That is it. What a funny story. Might want to put that one up. Thank you guys again, monthly subscribers, for being so faithful.